Well, this is Red Shark at the Cinefarm in Toronto, and I'm about to look at, in 2D, my preview copy of 3D Rarities number 2. I'm going to look at it in 2D, because that's the only way I can film the image really off the screen, but you're going to get it in 3D when you see it, at least this presentation. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, this picture must be viewed through the colored spectacles that were presented to you when you entered the theater. Be sure the red lens is over the right eye. This might be called looking at the world through rose-colored glasses. What a vacation spot. Peace, fresh air, and quiet. And at a reasonable rate, too. You want to bet? Anyhow, here's Ma and the 2 kids fresh off of the train. And I do mean fresh.
Now, you're seeing this double image, but I'm seeing it with those people coming right off the screen at me. And it is fantastic.
Smell that fresh air. Pardon me. A little too much fresh air. For an innocent walk in
The narration here is by Joe Besser. Joe Besser was the last of the Three Stooges with Moe and Larry at Columbia Pictures before they moved into features. He's using his stinky voice here. He's an added plus. You get 3D plus Joe Besser. This one was filmed in 3D and then released in anaglyph, which is the red and blue 3D with the glasses. And then it was lost on account of the original negatives were destroyed by the film lab that had them. So to get us this, they had to take an anaglyph print and convert it to side-by-side 3D, which is not an easy thing to do at the best of times. And certainly they've done a remarkable job on this. This is amazing. When you look at what they had to begin with, it's just, well, this is just typical of the miracles that are worked by the 3D Film Archive. They work them on a regular basis. This is The Black Swan. This is one I've been reading about for years and dying to see. It was done for a British festival in the 51, I think it was. And I've got one of the other films that they did in full sequential and anaglyph 3D. Now for a solid explanation. This is the first time I've seen this. And this is gorgeous. This is really beautiful. This shows us just how beautiful ballet looks in 3D. Just now again, you're seeing a double image, but I'm seeing it in 3D, and in 3D again, it's just amazing.
This was not always the home of owls and bats. Here, Prince Siegfried came to meet his betrothed Adette. Here, Siegfried, my friend, was snared by Rothbart the enchanter, who changed his own daughter into Adette's lovely form. There, Odile the enchantress danced with Siegfried, luring him on, whilst in vain at the window, the real Adette besought him to remember her. The sorcerer's art banished Adette, and blinded by his ecstasy, Siegfried promised to marry Odile. Then he saw Adette. Too late. The enchanter's wrath destroyed them in a mighty storm.
See, what 3D gives us is gravity, weight. A 2D image is flat. A 3D image carries emotional weight with it, and that is what it's all about. It's about the emotional weight that we feel when we observe something like this. And the emotional weight here is just incredible, breathtaking.
Through time and space to a lesser-known facet of the golden age of 3D, one that seemed to leap off movie screens and into the hands of many photo enthusiasts. It started with the introduction of the stereo realist camera in 1947, actually preceding 3D movies by 5 years, and unlike its bulky predecessors, used miniature 35mm film, allowing the same portability as any snapshot camera. The film of choice for the realist was the legendary Kodachrome, its bright palette perfectly capturing the optimistic post-war era. In 3D, it provides us with the most vivid and immediate portrait of mid-century American life, which, with the passage of time, often seems as exotic now as the fantastic 3D spectacles offered audiences back then. So let us begin our journey. As Mother looks on, this boomer baby reaches out from across the decades to bring us into their naughty pine world. Let us take his hand and visit the sunny 16 side of their lives. On the slide mount is written, "All the Kids at Christmas, 1948." And it's wonderful to see examples from the early adopters still figuring out composition and depth.
Now, after those 3D photographs, next on the slide is this little thing here called 3D Games. And it was done by Polaroid for, I guess, the World's Fair in Montreal in '67, but it didn't get there. Where it did get is on our screens, and it's fun. You're seeing this, imagine it coming off the screen through that space in the middle and right up to your nose. This is what some of this stuff actually does do, and it is amazing when it does that. Now we get a 3D trailer for a movie shot in 70mm 3D, and I hope this is on the roster because this looks incredible. I'm using that word a lot. But it does look incredible. I don't know. It's just mouth-watering, and I want to see it. Let's see.
right over to you, emerging from the screen into the audience as they claim their latest victims.
Yep,
Are
get
you
into this
ready to
audience here.
face them?
1983.
Now we get a little
It's the
thrill
summer
ride.
of 3D.
This is for a movie called 3D Games
This
that
summer,
I've never heard of
you will
until
enter
now.
a magical world. A
A
world of
documentary on
colors,
3D movies.
chills, thrills,
And this is another one I hope is on the drawing boards because it looks like a lot of fun.
and enchantment. If you want to enjoy all the greatest 3D movies ever made, this is the one to see.
Mm-hmm.
The 3D movie. The greatest hits of 3D.